If you ever find yourself in a situation where you have to take down an apex predator, make sure it's actually dead. Sounds like basic wisdom, right? Well, not always. Hunters Alex Machado and his friend Nathan Shinn thought they'd killed a black bear, but as it turned out, the bear was very much alive and incredibly angry at the two hunters. On November 1st, 2012, the big game hunting season was in full swing in southern Oregon. Hunters, with varying levels of experience, were out trying their luck, some hunting for meat, others for sport. Among them were 22-year-old Alex Machado from Medford, Oregon, and 24-year-old Nathan Shinn from Phoenix. The two friends had a solid bond and trusted one another when it came to hunting. They decided on the area around Medford as their hunting grounds. As the first day of November rolled around, they set out into the wilderness, eager for their first kill. Located about 27 miles north of the California border, Medford is the county seat of Jackson County, Oregon. The region is sunnier and drier compared to much of the Pacific Northwest and Oregon, with a warmer climate during both summer and winter. Despite the warmer climate, the area surrounding the city is teeming with wildlife. You'll find a variety of species native to Oregon, from delicate butterflies to flying squirrels, and from turtles to cranes. For hunting enthusiasts, Medford offers plenty of opportunities, including hunting deer and elk. For those seeking more challenging game, hunting tags for cougars and black bears are also available. On November 1st, 2012, both Machado and Shinn had black bear hunting tags, although black bears weren't their primary focus. They were mainly looking to hunt deer. During their trip, the two hunters made their way to the area near Elk Creek Road and Trail, an unincorporated community in Jackson County. Trail is situated at the mouth of Trail Creek, which feeds into the Rogue River. Elk Creek Road, a 10-mile trail, is generally considered an easy hike. It's a popular destination for hiking, mountain biking, and running, but like many outdoor areas, it's not without its potential dangers, particularly from wildlife. While near Elk Creek Road, Alex Machado and Nathan Shinn stumbled upon not a deer, but a black bear. Black bears are the most widespread bear species in North America. Though smaller than grizzlies and often considered less dangerous, they are still capable of causing serious harm to humans. With their curved claws and powerful jaws, black bears are equipped for combat. In the wild, it's their domain, and humans are simply intruders. Every year, there are reports of black bear encounters that lead to injuries or even fatalities. The best way to protect yourself is to avoid these animals, just as they generally avoid humans. However, in the wilderness, completely avoiding such encounters isn't always feasible. That's why it's important to be prepared for an unexpected face-off with wildlife when venturing deep into nature. Alex Machado, 22, and Nathan Shinn, 24, were well equipped for such situations. Both were armed with a 10mm Glock. Though their primary focus was hunting deer, they saw an opportunity they couldn't pass up when they encountered the bear. Machado shot the bear, landing a hit to its abdomen. The wound appeared to be fatal, and it seemed that the bear's movements were merely the result of its stubbornness. However, the hunters were confident the bear wouldn't survive for long. Despite this, the bear continued moving slowly, trying to distance itself from the men and retreat further into the woods. Machado and Shinn pursued it, taking their time, knowing they had all the time they needed. After about a mile, the bear reached a meadow and collapsed. The hunters assumed it was dead, but their excitement blinded them and they were mistaken. Convinced the bear was truly dead, Alex Machado set his rifle aside. He and Nathan Shinn moved toward the animal, feeling confident that the danger had passed. Both men were sure the bear was no longer a threat. Machado led the way toward the motionless creature. However, as the 22-year-old hunter drew closer, he was struck by the fright of his life. What he thought was a lifeless bear suddenly sprang to life. The creature, very much alive and furious, lunged at Machado. The bear, gravely wounded and desperate, was determined to defend itself. In a panic, he remembered he still had his hunting knives with him, Hoping they might help him defend himself, he drew them. But as you can imagine, they were no match for the powerful animal. Machado frantically swung the knives, but the bear knocked them aside with ease, and the situation quickly grew dire. To the bear, this seemed like a chance for revenge. Nathan Shinn couldn't just stand by while his friend was under attack. The 24-year-old from Phoenix fired a shot into the air, hoping to scare the bear off, but the bear paid no attention. Instead, it charged, biting down on Machado's arm. It was in that moment that Machado's screams echoed through the woods, his arm trapped in the bear's grip. Struggling and yelling in pain, Alex Machado was able to free his arm from the bear's grip. But before he could escape, the bear quickly sank its teeth into his upper thigh. In such a chaotic moment, there was little chance for Machado to assess his surroundings. Within seconds, he and the bear were tumbling down a 50-foot embankment. When they finally crashed to the ground, the situation couldn't have been worse for Machado. The bear landed directly on top of him, still furious and intent on attacking. But Machado had an unexpected advantage. Having been a wrestler in high school, he instinctively used his training to his advantage. Without thinking, he wrapped his arms around the bear's neck and locked it in a headlock. Squeezing as hard as he could, he called out to his friend, Nathan Shinn, urging him to shoot the bear. Shinn tried to fire his weapon, but the gun malfunctioned. Refusing to panic, Shinn grabbed Machado's rifle, which had been discarded earlier, and fired again. This time, the shot landed. The bear went limp in Machado's arms, finally lifeless. Freed from the bear's weight, Alex crawled out from beneath the animal, feeling a rush of relief. The two men began walking, but eventually separated when Shinn tried to get phone reception to call 911. Machado continued uphill and by chance encountered a sheriff's lieutenant. The officer helped him to a nearby area where Mercy Flights and Emergency Medical Service was stationed. Machado was airlifted to Rogue Regional Hospital where his injuries were treated. Though he had no broken bones, he needed numerous stitches for the deep wounds on his arm, hand, and thigh. An hour later, Shinn was found, unharmed, and brought to safety. Since neither of the hunters could remember the exact location of the dead bear, additional efforts were needed to locate it. Following the ordeal, the Jackson County Sheriff's Office issued a warning to hunters to be extra cautious. The office emphasized that when approaching a downed animal, hunters should always approach from the front to verify if the animal is truly dead. What's your opinion about this story? Did the hunters made some critical mistakes? Would you have done things differently? Please share your thoughts and comments below. See you next time, and stay safe.